Hello, everyone. My name is Olivia Ming, and today we are going to be talking about what occupational therapy is. And before we get into it, I would like to further introduce myself. Like I said, my name is Olivia or Liv, and I use they, them pronouns. Um, I'm a Leo. I love American traditional tattoos, puzzles, fashion, anime. Oh, and fidgets. Fidgets. Yeah. And I'm from the suburbs of Chicago. I went to the University of Tennessee, Knoxville for undergrad in recreational therapy with a minor in psychology. Worked with that for a year in Austin, Texas. And then I moved to Nashville to pursue my dream of becoming an OT. So I go to Belmont University, and I'm in their School of Occupational Therapy, and this is my doctoral capstone project. So I spent 4 months with Nashville Launch Pad, and I got to work in all three programs, so emergency shelter, mobile housing, and the ISLP program. Um, and I was able to really get to know a lot of the staff and the guests and take my OT knowledge and kind of create this training for y'all so you're better prepared when with guests and for their success. So we're going to go through 4 PowerPoints, and this one is just what OT is, and then we're going to talk about developmental age, and then trauma-informed care and some info about trauma and how it affects the body. And then finally, the motivational interviewing. So that is the main thing I want all of y'all to take out of this, but I wanted to provide a background so it kind of all makes sense. So let's get into it. Okay, so occupational therapy. Occupation is, in this case, not a job, and we don't, our job is not to solely help people find jobs, which is a common misconception, which is okay. So, occupation means any activity or task that is meaningful and important to a person in their daily life. So, essentially, it's just a meaningful activity. So, um, this can include things like working, taking care of yourself, like bathing, dressing, getting out of bed in the morning, brushing your teeth, taking care of any children, pets, participating in hobbies, socializing with others. So the goal of occupational therapy is to help people perform these meaningful activities as independently and as comfortably as possible. Even if you're facing challenges or body differences, illness, injury, um, any cognitive differences. Yeah. So I wanted to touch on OT and mental health. So occupational therapists are trained to identify necessary changes in individuals and their environment to meet their goals. So those are very person-centered, individual specific. Use strengths-based strategies to improve functioning in areas important to the person and address health, recovery, and social factors like housing and education and vocational needs. Um, and this is from the American Occupational Therapy Association. So these are things that we are trained to do, and it's within our framework. So I wanted to also touch on a few skills. So um, OTs are trained to use strengths-based strategies that improve functioning in areas that matter most to the client. So you will kind of hear me throughout, just saying person-centered, important to the client, strengths-based. Very, it's an integral part of occupational therapy because that's when you see the best outcomes. It's when you want to do it. So also identifying unhealthy habits and replacing them with healthy ones. A Nashville Launch Pad example could be um, this guest would like to stop using drugs so they can have a steady job and then um, get their own place and not live on the streets. So that would be kind of identifying how they would do that. Yeah. So, and then another one is identifying the individual and environmental changes needed to reach goals, and then applying coping skills from treatment to daily life. Thank you. So we're going to be getting into developmental age next, and here is my reference.